Hi Sugar Snaps, and welcome back to the studio. I took a break for the summer, so it's been a few months since I've been on camera, and I'm super excited to get back to it. I will be teaching a tapestry weaving class this fall in person in Portland, Oregon, and so I'm working on building my own PVC pipe tapestry loom that I'll be teaching in that class. So I decided to hop on here and share this with you as well, so that you can build your own tapestry loom if you're interested in tapestry. Tapestry is a type of weaving where you're taking threads and weaving a picture in fabric. For this tutorial, I'm just going to cover how to make the loom, but in the future I may be sharing some tapestry techniques, so look for those in months to come. The tools and materials you will need to make your own PVC pipe tapestry loom starts with PVC pipe, and I used about 8 feet. I've pre-cut my pieces, but I'll show you how to do that later. PVC pipe is a great material to use for tapestry looms because it's easily accessible. You can find it at a hardware store and it's fairly cheap. This PVC pipe loom is the bare bones of what you need to weave a tapestry. If you want a loom that extends so that it tightens your warp as you're weaving, then you probably don't want to follow this particular tutorial because this is very basic. I'm trying to make it as accessible as possible. PVC pipe you can find at your local hardware store, and we're using this and PVC pipe elbows and bead chain for like ceiling fans, the poles on ceiling fans. So we're going to be combining these elements to create just a basic rectangular frame that then we can add the warp to. So start with 3/4 inch wide PVC pipe, 4 elbows. These are 90-degree elbows that are also 3/4 inch in the inside so that your PVC pipe fits into them like so. And then bead chain, this will be our spacing for the warp. So the warp will fit in between each of these beads. You'll want a number 2 pencil, some electrical tape, a cloth measuring tape or a regular measuring tape, bandsaw, I think that's what it's called. It has a really thin blade here and it's easy to use. Your first step is going to be cutting your PVC pipe. So for this frame, I'm using 25 inches by 15 inches for the pipes, which means you'll end up with a little bit larger frame once you put the elbows on the corners. So go ahead and lay out your PVC pipe and stretch the measuring tape across it and measure at 25 inches. At this point, you're going to take your saw and you're going to saw the PVC pipe at that 25-inch mark. I suggest starting gently and slowly until the saw starts to nick a groove into the PVC pipe. The plastic is really easy to cut through. You just have to be steady. It's a lot easier if you put it in a vice grip. I'm just holding on to it here and so it's bouncing everywhere. If you put it in a vice grip or have somebody else hold it down as you're cutting, it would go a lot smoother. Once your first 25-inch piece is cut, you'll cut 1 more of those, so you'll end up with 2 25-inch lengths, and then cut 2 15-inch lengths. Now I have my PVC pipe pieces here, the 25-inch and the 15-inch, and I'll take an elbow and stick it on the top of one of the 25-inch lengths and press it on until it's nice and tight, and then do the same thing for the other side. You can press it down on your tabletop and pull down. You can even tap it on with a rubber mallet if you want to make sure it's all the way on. Just, you don't want the tapestry loom falling apart as you're weaving, so if you pull on it and it stays on, that's good. Now I'll put the other ends in the elbows as well. So I have an elbow on each end and I'm going to twist them so that they line up like so. And then 1 more on this end. And now we'll connect the 2 with our 15-inch lengths. So I'll put a 15-inch length on this side and a 15-inch or the other end and the other 25-inch side. And then you meet these up here as well. Like so. You might have to twist things around to get the PVC pipe to adjust. And now I'm going to press these together. Just make sure that They're nice and tight, like so, and there is my PVC pipe frame. Now we're going to attach the bead chain. Okay, so I'm going to take this electrical tape. Now I'll take this and I'm going to tape this bead chain right to the bottom edge. So because it's a round tube, it's hard to differentiate what's the bottom edge and what's not. I'm actually going to wrap this tape around once to get it positioned onto the PVC pipe, and then put this bead chain in place and wrap the tape over it, like so, and pull tight, like that. And it's pretty secure. I'm going to stretch it across to the other side, and then using my wire cutters, cut it just inside the PVC pipe. So I've cut between two of the beads to the length of the PVC pipe. And now take another piece. I'm going to do a little bit longer piece because I want it to wrap around the bead chain more than once. Okay, so I'll wrap this around the PVC pipe once, and then bring the beads over here, and I'm pulling tight because I want them nice and tight for my warp, stretched across and not moving around. And then I'll wrap this on so that it doesn't move, and wrap it around one more time for good measure. And there is one side done. And it's kind of loose right now because we don't have any warp on it, but it will be nice spacing for our warp threads. Now I'll flip this over and do the same thing on the other side. And there is our super simple PVC pipe hardware store Tapestry Loom set up and ready to go. Now we're ready to set up a warp and then get to the process of weaving a tapestry. Thanks so much for joining me to make this simple and cheap tapestry loom. I hope you get a chance to try making your own and get into tapestry weaving. If you're not a weaver yet, tapestry is a really great introduction to weaving because it's simple. It's a PVC pipe loom that you can make at home. And the weaving process is fun because you can learn some simple techniques and then be able to create pictures in fabric. If you're new to the Textile Indie channel, I'd love you to subscribe so that you can see more of my content. I post on natural dyeing, basket weaving, and now weaving, as well as other fiber arts. I'd love to have you join me. If you've been following me for a while, thanks for coming back, and thanks for the break this summer. I really was able to pursue some other things and teach art in the park and other things like that. So it was a great chance to catch a breather, explore some other art opportunities, and now I'm ready to get back into the YouTube world. That's it for me today. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, happy making.